Spirit, we are in your presence. Fill us with your power. Live inside of me. Welcome, Holy Spirit.
Welcome, Holy Spirit.
We are in your presence.
Yes, we are.
Fill us with your power. Live inside of me. You're the living water, never dying fountain, comforter and counselor. Take complete control. Welcome, Holy Spirit. We are in your presence. Fill us with your power. Live inside of me.
Let's stand up and put some energy into it.
Welcome, Holy Spirit.
Oh, welcome, Holy Spirit.
We are in your presence. Fill us with your power. Live inside of me. Welcome, Holy Spirit.
Welcome, Holy Spirit.
We are in your presence. Fill us with your power. Live inside of me. You're the living water, never dying fountain, comforter and counselor. Take complete control. Welcome, Holy Spirit. We are in your presence. Fill us with your power. Live inside of me. Fill us with your power. Live inside of me.
Welcome, Holy Spirit.
Awesome.
What a great way to start. Thanks. So I want to welcome all of you here in the sanctuary here at Unity of Charlotte. I also want to welcome those of you that may be watching on Access 21 and ultimately on YouTube. We'd love for you to join us at any time down here at 401 East Arrowwood, Unity of Charlotte, but we're glad to have you. So we'll begin today by reciting our vision, mission, and core values. So if you will read with me our vision statement. Centered in love, humanity awakens to its divinity, embodying and celebrating diversity and harmony while nurturing the earth and all life. And as we aspire to be a mission-driven church, a mission-centric church, please read with me our mission statement. We are a welcoming, inclusive, and diverse community who empowers and supports people to transform our lives and this planet through teaching and sharing unity principles. And now our core values. Our core values: spiritual growth, gratitude, love, joy, community. Thank you.
Have a little bit louder.
Woohoo!
Here we go.
I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
Sit
Down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got peace and joy down in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got peace, love, and joy down in my heart.
Now we can sing about
love. I've got the love, 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 love down in my heart. Down in my heart, down in my heart. I got the love, 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 love down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got peace, love, and joy down in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got peace, love, and joy down in my heart. I've got peace that passes understanding down in my heart. Down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got the peace that passes understanding down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got peace, love, and joy down in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got peace, love, and joy down in my heart. Okay, we're going to have some hand waving on this part. Sing it, Paul.
Oh, I got up this morning singing,
God is so good.
oh, I woke up this morning singing,
God is so good.
I got up this morning singing,
God is so good.
singing,
My God is so good to me.
Sing it up, Cindy.
Oh, I'm feeling good down in my soul.
Oh, God is so good.
Oh, I'm feeling good down in my soul.
I said, God is so good.
Oh, I'm feeling good down in my soul.
Oh, God is so good. Singing,
My God is so good to me.
Oh, in my time of trouble, y'all.
God is so good.
Oh, in my time of trouble, y'all.
God is so good.
Oh, in my time of trouble, y'all.
God is so good. My God is so good to me.
When is it good? God
Every
is
day,
good. All the
every
time.
way.
Yeah.
God is so good.
Oh,
Every day and every way. God is so good. Every day and every way. God is so good. My God is so good to me. There you go. Sing
I
it.
know.
God is so good.
Oh, when I take my time to listen.
God is so good.
Oh, when I take time to listen.
God is so good.
Oh,
My God is so good to me. Oh, I'll get up singing tomorrow. God is so good. And I'll get up singing today. God is so good. I'll get up tomorrow singing.
God is so good.
My God is so good to me.
When the day is over, y'all.
God is so good.
Oh, when the day is over, y'all.
God is so good.
And I said, when the day is over now.
God is so good. My God is so good to me. Every day, every way. God is so good. Every day,
I said,
every way.
yep.
God is so good.
Oh,
Every day and every way. God is so good. My God is so good. My God is so good. My God is so good to me.
The presence of the Lord is in this place.
I can feel
Mighty power.
and the grace.
surrounds. I see glory on each face. The presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and His praise. I can hear the cliffs of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
So now I'd like for you to get comfortable in your seats. Put your feet on the floor. And let's close our eyes so that we can really go inside for a moment. And let's take 3 deep breaths so that we'll get present to this moment. So let's breathe in and out and in and out and in and out. Just notice if there's any place in your body where you might be holding tension. Just take a deep breath and breathe right into that space and then release it. So I'd like for you to see a bright, beautiful light that is starting to glow right in your heart. And as you pay attention to that light, it grows bigger and bigger. It spreads into your belly and up into your shoulders and down your arms and up into your head and then down your legs and all the way to your feet, so that you are now filled with this beautiful, beautiful white glowing light. And then I want you to imagine that as we take some deep breaths in, we're going to be bringing in love to our body. So let's breathe in the love and then send that down into our body. And one more time, breathe that love in and then just fill your body with that love. Let's breathe in that love and then breathe out and send it to everyone in this room. Let's breathe in love again, and this time send it out into our city. Breathe in love again and send it out to our country. And breathe in love one more time and send it out to our whole world. And now I'd like for you to bring to mind a time when you felt so much joy. It might have been a time when you were little, or it might have been yesterday. Bring that joyful time into your mind and heart right now. And now we're going to breathe in joy, and we're going to send that joy out to everyone in this room. Let's breathe in joy again and send it out to everyone in our city. Breathe in joy and send it out to everyone in our country. And finally, breathe in a big breath of joy and send it out to our world. It needs it so bad. And feel that feeling in your body now. That exhilarating feeling of love and joy and of being in service, of sending love and joy out into the world. And then we're going to slowly bring ourselves back into this room, remembering that love and remembering that joyfulness. Bring that back with you as we begin to feel ourselves sitting on the chairs, feel our feet on the ground, feel our consciousness coming back into this room in this moment. And let's take 3 deep breaths together again, and then after that you can open your eyes when you're ready. So let's breathe in and out.
See all
Charlotte,
these
familiar faces
sure.
out here.
Thank you.
Love it. Just love it.
Absolutely. This is the first time I've ever played here without Beethoven. So,
yeah.
He's... so we're relying on me and you and this guitar this morning. Cindy, I know you and I have talked about a lot of things as we've traveled about North and South Carolina and down into Florida. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I've ever told you, back in the early 70s, I was living in Newport News, Virginia. Mm-hmm. And it was spring, and we had gone through like this period where it rained torrentially for over a week. Mm. And the ground was just totally soaked. It was Saturday morning now, and the rains had stopped. The sun came out, and I looked out the window of my backyard, into my backyard, and there was my 2-year-old son, Jason.
Oh, and he's a little bit older now.
He's a little bit older and a lot bigger now. But he was jumping up and down in every mud puddle in our backyard.
That must have been hilarious.
Well, I thought it was, and apparently his mom didn't really think it was all of that.
Well, no, I mean, she's thinking, how am I going to get that clean?
I know, but I eventually enticed her to come over there and just keep looking with me. And she and I just started laughing out loud because Jason just seemed like he was intent on squeezing every ounce of water out of every puddle.
Of course.
And getting it on himself.
Right.
And I don't know, he was just so happy, didn't seem to have a care in the world. It was the sense of elation to me. Mm-hmm. But the thing I think that captured his mom and me the most was, if I could describe one word, it was like joy. Mm-hmm. He was experiencing joy.
Yeah, kids have just that innate ability to do that so easily.
Yeah, before we screw them up. They're...
But really, I think that's what Spirit wants us to do, like to experience joy and express joy. I think that's why we're here.
We shouldn't be,
What?
We shouldn't be here.
Paul, you got some explaining to do.
Well, if you look at the odds of us being here, it's pretty much nil and none, Cindy.
Huh. So, okay. I want to know what you mean, but I hope this has something to do with our message this morning.
Well, you do know I'm a theistic evolutionist, right?
Oh, okay. Y'all remember how Paul likes to make up those words?
I'll have you know, me and the Pope both are theistic evolutionists, so I'm in good company.
Okay.
But honestly, so that means I believe in both science and religion. Okay, that's basically what a theistic evolutionist is. Okay. So,
tell me more.
Okay, so you want to know how life began, right? Well, there's a lot of gray, but on the opposite polar ends of the spectrum, you have folks who believe that, there's life here because of just a random series of accidents.
Oh, like the Big Bang Theory.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's kind of science. And on the opposite end of the pendulum are people who are creationists, pure creationists, and they believe life pretty much began like it did, in Genesis.
Like
the
Adam
Garden
and
of
Eve.
Eden. Exactly.
Okay.
And that's religion, right? Mm-hmm. So I believe in both science and religion. That's what a theistic evolutionist is.
Okay. Well, so how did you become to believe that?
Well, I mean, I think you just have to believe in some kind of evolution, with the archaeological findings and.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all
I
that.
remember seeing those charts where it starts out with a monkey and then goes to a gorilla
Cro-Magnon
and moves
man
on
and,
up.
and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. But I'm going to tell you, if you put all your eggs in this basket of people who do believe it was just a random series of accidents, you have got to accept some incredible odds, Cindy.
Like what?
All right. Well, are you familiar with the term quadrillion?
No.
Okay. Well, it's
Tom says
like
he
you
knows
got
it,
a
but I don't know.
million, a billion, a trillion. The next set of numbers is quadrillion.
Oh.
It's got like 15 zeros. Okay.
Okay, wait. Okay, 15 zeros. I got it.
You never were very good in math, so it's going to be very hard for you to
it's gonna
imagine.
be very
But nonetheless, okay. So if I said to you, the odds of there being life on this planet are 1 in a quadrillion, what would you say? That'd be
Well,
pretty tough, right?
Yeah, pretty tough. Yeah.
Without any divine intervention whatsoever.
Right.
Well, it's way worse than a 1 in quadrillion.
Way worse.
It's like 1 in 700 million times a quadrillion.
Okay,
Right.
I can't put that in my head. That's too big.
Right.
Too big a number.
But that's basically the number if you don't believe there was any kind of divine
So, I
intervention.
mean, if I believed in pure science without God, then, I mean, those odds are pretty much stacked against us being here.
Without God, at least IMHO.
IMHO.
In my humble opinion. I thought you were into this texting jargon stuff.
Well, I am, but that's a new one on me, and I have never seen you send a text. So,
LOL.
well, I mean, seriously, what can scientists even say about those odds?
God, I don't know. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on your car insurance with Geico. I mean, that's about all you could say, I think, But, I did write a song about these odds and all of that kind of stuff.
Why don't we sing it?
Okay. It's called Who Was It? Well, some folks wake up each and every morning,
Every morning.
think somehow this world did just appear,
Just appeared.
a cosmic happenstance without divine intervention, an accident, not God commandeered. Well, but as for me, I can't help but wonder, the odds of this world simply divine. Well, the odds of it working out the way they say it did, well, it's got too many zeros for my mind.
Me too.
I want to know who was it put those fishes in the water? Oh, who was it put those birds up in the tree? And who breathed life into all of creation? Who put the heart and who put the soul in you and me,
in you and me.
Well, for years, some scientists have been hard at work.
Hard at work.
Yep, putting forth their best logical notion.
Logical notion.
How one uninspired, really big bang is what put this whole universe in motion. Well, but the more they try to prove that theory, well, the more they're wondering, what was it made that noise?
What made that noise?
Now some scientists say God just might exist, and that kaboom could have been God's imposing voice. I want to know who was it put those fishes in the water, and who was it put those birds up in the tree, who breathed life into all of creation, who put the heart and who put the soul in you and me, in you and me.
You got another verse of this song?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember it. It's not the same as the first.
Okay.
Well, some scholars still do postulate that our origins have naught to do with God. Well, I just want to state it takes a lot more faith to believe in that story they concoct.
Yep.
Well, the debate of how we got here lingers on, and the truth for some is hard to understand. Well, I'm gonna take a stand that God made both earth and man.
But it makes you wonder why we act like monkeys now and then. You know.
Monkey. Who was to put those fishes in the water? Oh, who was to put those birds up in the trees? Who breathed life into all of creation? And who put the heart and who put the soul? You and me, you and me, in you and me. Who was it, Cindy? Who was it?
Who was it? Who was it? Well, I mean, that song told us right there
Absolutely.
that God had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you were talking about kids and how just naturally they express love and joy. And I mean, again, I really do think that's what Spirit wants for us, to express joy, to experience joy, and to find things that bring us joy. I mean, like
us singing, right?
Like us singing, that's right. I mean, I think that's why we're here, don't you?
Well, are you familiar, Cindy, with the this Book of Mormon?
Oh, I saw that musical.
It's a book.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this is a book, one of the sacred books of the Church of Latter-day Saints, along with the Bible. And I want to read you this. Now, it says men here, but I know how you feel about this. So I'm just going to go ahead and say men and women.
Thank you.
Okay. So, men and women are that they might have joy.
Wow.
So, I mean,
It's very succinct.
that's it, right?
That's right.
We're
That's
here.
right.
So I think, I totally believe that life is a journey. And I believe there are a lot of paths from which to choose. And I believe that Spirit does want us to choose the path of joy. I really do.
Choosing the path of joy. Oh, I like how that sounds. But
You liked it in practice, too.
yeah, I did. But what do you think that really means?
Well, I mean, I think it's important for us to let you know we're not espousing some Pollyanna vision of life. I mean, stuff happens, right? I mean, stuff comes up. I don't know of anybody that for whose life has been like totally smooth sailing. And, you know, we're in our lifetime, we're apt to lose a loved one, lose a job, have an accident, have health issues. I mean, it just, you know,
Right.
get separated from people that we care about in a number of ways.
Right.
So,
And I mean, sometimes I think we actually choose that path of sadness or the path of fear or that path of loneliness. But I guess what's important is to not get stuck on those paths.
right.
You know,
Exactly.
you remember when I helped start the respite with Mandy and Elizabeth, and we were very intentional about the name that we picked. And we wanted it to be the respite, a center for grief and hope. We were very
yeah,
intentional
you
about that
added
hope.
that.
And that was really a foundation of our teaching, was that, yes, it's so important to walk your grief journey when that comes into your life, but to know that there are going to be gifts from that and that there's going to be hope in that.
Yeah, I like the fact that y'all added that to it, because I do think we it's okay to be on those paths temporarily.
Yeah.
Say, sure, hey, I'm grieving now. I understand that.
Right.
But on the other side of this grief cycle, there's going to be something for me. I don't know how many. This book is so tattered and torn. How many of you have read When Bad Things Happen to Good People? I mean, I must have read this thing. I had it first time like 40 years ago or whenever it first came out. And this book is written by a Jewish rabbi by the name of Howard Kushner. And he was basically looking for the answer to this question because he had just lost his 13-year-old son. And what he discovered was, you know, bad things don't just happen to good people. You know, they happen, and he called them bad things, but they happen to all of us. You know, and I think what he was trying to do in the book was give us comfort for those of us who think God is picking on us. because we're good people, right? No, God, God is not orchestrating this kind of thing for our lives. At least that's what he espoused. And what he discovered was that so many of these people who are going through these times came out on the other side of these tough and difficult periods of their life, looking at life so much differently in new ways, and able to, in some ways, experience and express even more joy. And it's going into and it's understanding during these periods that once we get through what we have to get through, there's some unique gift for us on the other side, right?
But the important part was that they had that mindset.
During that time.
During
that time, right.
That, yes, this tragic thing happened, but that they knew that there was going to be a gift on the other side of that. And that they were choosing the path of joy, really.
And being aware that, okay, I'm going to choose the path of joy.
Right.
I wrote this book in 2004, I believe, called Make Your Own Miracle, and along with Kim and another lady who at that time was working for the American Cancer Society, we found stories from people all over the world. And what we were looking for was with people who had survived cancer, most of whom were given less than a 10% chance to survive. And basically what I was looking for was, are there common denominators among these people? And I found there were 6. And one of them blew me totally away, and that was they were glad they had cancer. They were glad they had cancer because of how. Now, here they were, years removed from having any cancer in their body, living their life. But they were glad because of, again, how they began to look at life post-cancer. Given a 10% chance to survive, I mean, that's not too good. And I can't even begin to surmise what was going through their mind during that period of time. But on the other side, they started seeing things and appreciating things that they never even noticed before. And it just totally blew me away. Now, if you want to buy this book, I gave, I don't know how many copies to the library here, in the bookstore rather. But so if you want to buy one, please know that all the proceeds are going to the church. But there were 6 of these common denominators.
Well, I remember another one that you mentioned to me was faith.
Faith in a higher power.
Yeah, that they had faith in a higher power. And, so really their path of joy was paved with faith.
What did you say?
Their path of joy was paved with faith.
I kind of like that. Paved with faith.
Yeah, we're going along this journey, and
it's the key.
It's the key. If we can keep that in mind, that we've got that foundation of faith, keep walking along, even when those obstacles come up, we can still choose that path of joy, stay in that mindset that we know there's going to be a gift there, then it's going to be okay. It reminds me of that song that you wrote called Along the Road of Faith.
We found out 2 days ago that our CD will be completely finished in July, and it's this month. And we were thinking October, because Cindy and I have had our part finished for quite a while. We've just been waiting on the sound engineer and everything. Anyway, the title of that CD and the title track is called Along the Road of Faith, and the instrumentation behind it on the CD is much better than it's going to be this morning.
Shine your light that I might see the broken roads that are in front of me, up every hill and down each valley, along the road of faith.
Be a lamp unto my feet, so I'll know what's shallow, what is steep. Point out the perils, Lord, that I might meet along the road of faith. God, illuminate the path I take, Help me learn from all of my mistakes. Give me light for every step I take along the road of faith. My God, I know my God will show. My God, I know will keep me safe. No matter what, where I go, not whatever dangers I might face. You are my God, be by my side. You are my God, you will I praise. Your endless love from up above. Fill me with your amazing grace along the road of faith.
There's darkness, let there now be light. Let me know my needs will be supplied. Oh God, let your radiance shine bright along the road of faith.
God, illuminate the path I take. Help me learn from all of my mistakes. Give me light for every step I take along the road of faith. My God, I know my God will show. My God, I know will keep me safe no matter what, where I go, not whatever dangers I might face. You are my God, be by my side. You are my God, you will I save. Endless love from up above, fill me with your amazing grace along the road of faith. With each new step I won't forget that it is you who is my King. I'm not alone, you're never gone. Praise forever will I sing, and come what may, whatever you say, to you and only you I pray. Show me the way along the way, whose will I obey along the road of faith. Along the road of faith. You know, speaking in the path of joy, Cindy and I, we're on our own journey. We've gone somewhere just about all the time, and it seems like everywhere we go, people want to know if we're married.
And I'm proud to say, no, we're not.
You're proud.
Well, Paul, you know, I was married a long time ago. Been there, done that, and now I've been single for a very long time, and I like it that way.
I had to tell you guys, if Cindy ever decides to get back in the husband hunting business and joins one of these like dating sites where you have to, you have to fill out a profile, right? And I think you have to put what your status is. Are you single? Are you divorced? Are you widowed? Whatever. I believe Cindy would strike through all of that and just write in independently owned and operated.
Yes, I would. In fact, I'm going to get bumper stickers with that on it.
You need to get a bumper sticker with that. But seriously, working with Cindy does require a whole new level of female learning.
What do you mean by female learning?
All right. Well, you remember when we were in Tampa at the Posse Fest, Music Fest?
Yeah.
And we took that break that afternoon, and you and I said, okay, let's just go out and just hang out. We sat on a bench there for like 45 minutes. And nothing was said, right? But I looked over at you, and you looked like you were getting mad. And I said, what's the matter with you, Cindy? And you said, we've been out here 45 minutes, Paul, and it's like you haven't heard one single word I've been thinking. And I said,
and your point is?
No, but Cindy, you truly are a dichotomy of different things.
Thank you.
I don't mean that in a good way. No, actually, I do. No, you truly are this truly independent person, and I respect and admire that in you. And you're this entrepreneurial. You have this entrepreneurial spirit, right? And most of the people that I met in my life who are independent and entrepreneurial like change. And you don't, so it just kind of blows me away.
No, it's like unexpected change or last minute changes that I don't like.
Okay.
I mean, change has been the story of my life. I mean, I've moved like 25 times.
No, you haven't.
I have. I'm putting
25
Gypsy
times?
is my middle name, new middle name now.
Which what?
Cindy Gypsy Ballaro is my new
It's
name.
got a nice ring to it.
I mean, now let me give you an example of unexpected change. So back in 2010, I was living in Greenville, South Carolina, and had what I felt was a very secure job, with salary and benefits and all of that, and good reviews on my, employer reports. And
that's surprising, but go ahead.
And then I came into work one day, and I was told that they were reorganizing the department, and that was my last day.
That happens.
And
a lot
I'm telling
in
you,
corporate
that
America.
foundation just went out from under my feet. And I mean, I was a single mom. My son Matthew was in college. And I mean, it really, I think for the first time in my life, made me really start questioning what was really secure in my life, And really, at that point, started this new connection with the divine that I have. And then, about a year later, Mandy and Elizabeth were starting the respite. They asked me to move back to Charlotte to help them with that. So I literally packed up all my stuff and put it at a friend's house where it still is. Thank God they don't need that room. And came back to Charlotte. And I mean, ever since then, I haven't had what people would consider to be a secure job or benefits or even my own place to live.
Right.
But what has happened is that my connection with the divine has grown exponentially, because that's really the only thing that's secure in my life.
It reminds me of, we talk about building our life on a solid rock and not on a sinking sand. And I think, that solid rock is our faith
Yes,
with the divine, right?
Absolutely. And the other thing that I found that really ties into what we're talking about with joy today is, I've really committed to taking a few moments each morning to consciously make that connection, and kind of like we did this morning, and bringing that love in. And I mean, when I bring that in and really get connected with the divine, I can't help but feel joy. I mean, it just
right.
takes over, and it feels so good. Mm-hmm. And also, so every year, at the beginning of the year, I decide to pick a word or a phrase that I'm going to try to emulate for the next year. And so there was this lyric from this song that I really loved that said, "Are you brave enough to be intoxicated with joy?" So I decided I was going to be intoxicated with joy for 2017. How about that?
I like that. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Intoxicated with
yeah.
joy.
And I mean, it just really, it's just such a wonderful feeling. It's like taking it kind of to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of reminds me of that song that you wrote that said, "When my earthly world seems to dissolve before my eyes.
Such a comfort, Lord.
Such a comfort, Lord, for me to realize. There ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do." How about we sing that one?
Na 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 na. Some days, Lord, my tears wanna fall down like rain as the storms of life replace the sunny weather. Sometimes my life is a constant uphill journey, and my trials feel like they're gonna last forever. Oh, when my earthly world seems to dissolve before my eyes, it's such a comfort, Lord, for me to realize there ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do. You done promised everything is possible with you. I can feel my soul rising more as the days and nights accrue, knowing there ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do. Na
Na na na na na na na na na na na. Oh, the hope you planted in me at birth is a God-sized dream, but you promised to never have to face it alone. You fill me up with courage to become all I can be by linking my heart to you in every dream seat's own. Oh, when my earthly world seems to dissolve before my eyes, it's such a comfort, Lord, for me to realize there ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do. You done promised everything is possible with you. I can feel my soul rising more as the days and nights accrue, knowing there ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do. Na 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 na. There ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do. You done promised everything is possible with you. I can feel my soul rising more as the days and nights accrue, knowing there ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do. There ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do. You done promised everything is possible with you. I can feel my soul rising more as the days and nights accrue, knowing there ain't nothing, Lord, together we can't do. Na 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 na.
Thank you so much. You know, Cindy, I kind of think we're onto something here, don't you? With this
I do.
Power Joy, and I really love this paving it with, pavers of faith. I kind of can visualize that in my mind, because it is with faith, I think, that we can, begin one of these difficult periods of our life. We can believe that these obstacles might just be opportunities in disguise.
Right.
I mean, we're going to change our perception of these periods of our lives.
Right. I mean, that's really choosing the path of joy.
It is. I don't know if any of you are like me in that you know a lot of stuff that you don't do.
No.
Because we're kind of stubborn as human beings, aren't we? And I know, for instance, that when things become overwhelming to me, that I should turn them over to God. But, I'm going to suck it up. I grew up in chalk. I mean, I can handle this. But I remember a few years ago, I was going through so many physical issues, and it was just like, you remember this, I'm sure.
I do.
It seemed like I was having some procedure or operation or some new diagnosis, like all the time. And I was totally overwhelmed with all of it. And I remember sitting in my recliner one night and not really knowing exactly how to turn these things over to God. But I took a couple of deep breaths and closed my eyes. And just after a few minutes, I saw this lazy, slow-moving river. And it had inviting green grassy banks on both sides. And so I lay down in the grass and I stretched out, and I couldn't see what was happening, but I could sense that all of these issues and me being worried and overwhelmed about them was just leaving me and being picked up. And man, when we sang this morning about the peace that passeth all understanding, I think maybe for the very first time in my life, I really understood what that was. And maybe part joy too, knowing that this was
a peaceful joy.
Yeah. And so I sat back up, and this melody started coming to my head, and words started coming that I never heard before. And so quickly, I grabbed a composition book, wrote down the words to the song, recorded the melody on this cheap software that I have. And I'm going to tell you, this song, which is called Down to the River, was the first song you and I recorded, Cindy. And I wrote it in about 30 minutes. And, so I mean, I say I wrote it. I feel like most of my music comes through me and not from me. So down to the river. I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my worries down. I'm gonna say bye-bye, so long, farewell. I never wanted them anyhow. Let the record record, I turned them over to the Lord. That's what freedom's all about. I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my worries down. I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my words down. I'm gonna say bye-bye, so long, farewell, I never wanted them anyhow. Let the record record, to turn them over to the Lord, that's what freedom is all about. I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my words down. Well, I'm gonna turn over all of my problems, let God handle every one. I'm gonna let go of what I want, let God's own will be done. Oh, I'm going on down to the river, gonna take my worries and hand deliver them over to the Lord, down by the river shore. I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my words down. I'm gonna say bye-bye, so long, farewell, I never wanted them anyhow. I let the record record, to turn them over to the Lord, that's what freedom is all about. I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my words down.
I'm letting go of my doubts and fears. I ain't gonna fight no more. These troubles are just too heavy for me, but not so for my Lord. These burdens are tracking me for so long, gonna let God handle them from now on. Blessing my soul, I'm giving the Lord control. Oh, I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my words down. I'm gonna say bye-bye, so long, farewell, I never wanted them anyhow. Let the record record, to turn them over to the Lord, that's what freedom is all about. I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my words down. I'm going down to the river, gonna lay my worries down. That's another way of choosing the path of joy, by letting go and letting God.
Absolutely. You know, I'm looking up here at the clock, and
time flies. I know.
I felt totally on the path of joy, though, for the last 45 minutes.
Yes, I know. And we're, now the key is going to be to keep choosing the path of joy as we go out of here. You know.
Right.
So many of you, I just want to interject this quote here. Many of you have heard Chris Saade speak here, and Chris was a spiritual mentor of mine. And while we were working on this Choosing the Path of Joy, Chris sent out a writing, and one of the quotes in it just seemed to match perfectly. And so I asked him if I could quote him. So he says, "We were born into the dream of the divine, and we find joy through that dream as we become the fullest version of ourselves living that dream."
Oh, my goodness.
And we also have an affirmation that we're going to say. So let's all say this together 3 times and get it into our heads. I choose the path of joy. 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 So we're going to end on a joyful song that you can all sing along with us.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul so like me as it did. I once was lost, but now, Lord, I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. Sing it, Cindy.
'Twas grace that turned my heart
trickle now of amazing grace. How sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. Oh, I once was lost, oh, but now, Lord, I'm found. I was blind, but now, oh, I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Sing with me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now, Lord, I'm found. I was blind, but now, oh, I see. I was blind, but now I see. Woo! Can't beat Amazing Grace on Sunday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for having us this morning.
God bless. Have a wonderful week.